Hello peeps and welcome back to Project Ozone 2. Alright, so by now, everyone has seen the derp of last episode, where I spent the majority of the episode trying to figure out how to farm Enderman efficiently to get an Enderman soul, only to remember that I had forgotten about the end. And I was tempted to cut that episode. I was tempted to completely cut the episode and re-record it and pretend it never happened. But it is in keeping with my channel to show mistakes on camera. And yes, I do occasionally make epic level derp mistakes. So I kept it in. Go ahead and laugh at me. I laughed at myself for a while afterwards, so I won't hold it against you. Now, I've done some stuff off camera. I have gone ahead and set up my dimlet researcher to auto-process the dimlets and then put them into my modular storage. I have a crap ton of these things in here. I've also built, let's interrupt my dialing device so I don't accidentally teleport. I also have a dimlet workbench here where I've been deconstructing some of my rarer dimlets to start collecting these energy modules and rarity modules. Now, this episode, I have a few things that I want to do. Number one, I went and fought the Gaia Guardian a couple more times. You may notice my health bar. I'm in green now. That's because I got the Ring of Odin. So, we'll take our reward from that. I also made the Rosa Arcanas. So, a legendary and a good reward bag. Jeweled apples, and automatic hammers. Useful and not so useful. Now, you may notice I also have more rocket parts in my inventory. That is because also, off camera, I went and raided some more dungeons on the moon. To varying degrees of success. I hit one more dungeon, and it was a dead dungeon, like the first one. No boss, just a chest. When I cheated the key in, and yeah, I did cheat the key in. So, here is my penance. Not every day you see someone sacrifice a stack of nether stars. But, I've probably already made back what I sacrificed, so I don't feel too bad about it. I don't feel bad at all about it. Who am I kidding? Anyway, I did cheat in a key because there was no boss, and there's nothing in the chest. So I went and killed another skeleton boss, and he didn't drop a key. Or so I thought. Then I remembered I have the wireless crafting terminal on me, and the key from the first boss, as well as the key from the second boss, got sucked into my ME system. So I trashed one of the keys, I used the second one to open that, and that one had the Tier 2 blueprint. Now, I believe if you right-click this thing with a blueprint, it gives you the option to upgrade it. I've already upgraded it, so we're ready. Tier 2 rocket requires a nose cone, 4 fins, the Tier 1 booster, 10 heavy-duty plates, and 2 Tier 1 boosters to get the Tier 2 rocket. Quest complete, Tier 2 rocket. Why? Okay. It wants me to have the frickin' workbench schematic. I already had the workbench schematic. Okay, since it didn't register that I had that, and I don't feel like going the whole way to the frickin' moon to look for yet another dungeon. There. No. There. Give me my reward. Raider bag. Tape measure. I can trash this other schematic because it already knows it. I know for the future now that I have to hold on to the schematic and make sure that that's registered by the quest book before I make the next tier. Alright, I'm going to need a Tesseract, and I'm going to need a matter receiver, which I don't have anymore. These things, unfortunately, I cannot yeah. I can't EMC these. I can EMC all the components. Matter of fact, I did recently just EMC a bunch of the components, so not too worried about it. But we have the matter receiver, we have the tier 2 rocket. How is my oxygen? Pretty crappy. But that's okay, it doesn't have to be good. Oh, well, crap, I need a launch pad, don't I? Let's see, do I need... Use launch tier 4 through 8. So I just need that. Which is compressed iron and blocks of iron. Yeah, I'll just do that. So we're gonna go to Mars. That's the plan here. The rocket launch pad. There we go. Let's go ahead and fill this. Pop that in there. We'll toss the tier 2 rocket on there. Amazing how it's got 4 boosters and I only used 2 of them. Science! Okay, well, let's get in the thing. And numpad 5, fuel, loading up. Okay, full on fuel. Launch! Just remember not to right click. Because this rocket is a little more expensive to make than the other one. It requires tier 2 plates, which is meteoric iron and steel. So it's a little bit more annoying to make. And of course, it's not EMCable. After we get to Mars, there's one more thing I want to do this episode, and we're going to get into that. But I want to unlock Mars so that between episodes I can go look for the Mars dungeon and get the next blueprint. Or actually... oh, here we go. Off to Mars. A space station can be created here. Nice. I could create a space station around Mars. That's amazing. I don't see any reason to. Okay, asteroids are tier 3. Venus is tier 3. Ceres and Jupiter are both tier 4. Saturn's 5. Uranus is 6. Neptune 7. Pluto's 8. Eris is 9. Haemoia, the Kuiper Belt, and Makemake are unknown. Okay, well, let's launch... yeah, let's launch to Mars. Actually, does it pay attention to the moons of Jupiter? It does. So you can go to Io, Europa, Ganymede, Callisto. Wait. Phobos and Deimos. Mars has moons in this. Okay. Okay, well, whatever. Let's launch to Mars. Landing balloon. Okay. Wait, what? Oh, crap! Boing! Alright, that's an interesting way to come in for a landing. Oh, I can get my rocket back. I can get my rocket and my fuel back. Oh, that's something I didn't know. Can I get the Tier 1 rocket back from the moon? Probably. Holy crap, I didn't realize that. Okay. Let's go ahead and dig a small hole. We'll put a matter receiver there. Tesseract right next to it. Main power output. Block all, receive energy. Name, Mars. There we go. Now I can get back to Mars. Let's take a look around Mars real quick and just see what's here. How are we looking for gravity? Invalid thermal protection. I have to have thermal protection? Thermal cloth. Well, I mean, it's not going to hurt me. I don't think it's going to hurt me through draconic armor. Oh, what are you? A yellow slimeling egg. Really? That thing's a pet? Okay, sure, whatever. You can stay there and kill stuff for me. I'm fine with that. This, yep, red slimeling, okay. Take a look around real quick. There's some glitches. Okay, I think I might be taking small amounts of damage because my power is going down, just not very fast. Is that ice? Yeah, it's ice. Oh, what are you? That's iron ore. That is Desh. Hi. Screw you too. I know Desh is one of the things that I need to get. I don't know if it's EMCable, but we'll find out in a minute here. I'm not going to dink around in here too long. I mostly just want to come in here, grab a few bits. He blew up some of my ore. What a prick. Okay, I am taking hits. It's not doing much, but I'm taking hits. Oh, that's right. Spawn. Okay, so that takes care of that. That got me to Mars. I will take a look around off camera, find the Mars dungeon, and come back at some point. I need to stop clicking things with the pickaxe. Come back at some point and show you what the boss is like there, if it's any different. I have no idea. Alright, the next thing I want to do, this has been a long time coming. I seriously need to rework my ME system a little bit. I don't like the way this is set up. I want to change things around, and I want an auto-crafting system, is the big thing. I want an auto-crafting system. I need an auto-crafting system. I'm tired of this. So I'm going to change it. Now, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 channels coming off of this. I've got a bunch of channels coming up here that I could use. And if I expand my ME controller just a little bit, I'll have a lot more channels to access there too. So, what does it take to make an ME controller? It was Elite, Pure Fluix, and Skystone. Okay, I have everything except for the Skystone blocks. So let's just make a crap ton of this stuff real quick. Well, maybe not a crap ton, but a few. Okay, I'm pretty low on Pure Fluix too. I think I would like to make a bunch of it. Like, say, another star's worth. That ought to hold me for a while. Okay, 2 more controllers. Let's come down and plug them in. It is going to require me to disconnect this system temporarily, because I'm going to plug it in here. There we go. We'll go ahead and break this. I don't need 2 connections there. Now, I am at some point going to come back through and rework all of this and probably move it. Speaking of reworking things and moving it, there is something that you may have noticed on the map here that I did off camera, because the Tier 2 heavy duty plate requires you to use compressed meteor arc iron and compressed steel in an assembly table. So I had to put my assembly table back together, and I did it over here, and I didn't light it up. So there's shit tons of mobs over here. But yeah, it runs pretty fast. I'm not going to use it very often, I don't think, so I'm not going to worry too much about it. But let's go ahead and get auto-crafting as a thing. I need to dupe a bunch of these. I should already have plenty of processors. That's more of those than I need. So, I need the 64K ME storage component, which means I need nine of you to turn into 3 of you to turn into 1 of you. And Ah, screw it. Just get a bunch of them. There we go. I also need some ME interfaces, which again, I'm just going to get a bunch of them. I'm not going to need any nether stars worth of those. And I need some dense cable, which I have discovered is EMCable. So I don't have to worry about running out of dense cable. I have plenty of it. Okay, the reason why I'm doing all of this is I want 64K crafting storages. So we'll get a crafting unit. Actually, I already have crafting units. So I'll just EMC a few of these. A few. And I need the crafting coprocessor. More than I'll ever need. We need, let's see. We need a molecular assembly chamber. Should be pretty easy. I'm missing the annihilation core. How many more cores do I have? Annihilation cores. I'm just going to get a bunch of these cores, because these things are used a lot. It's not like I ever have to worry about running out of frickin' nether stars. And if I get to a situation where somehow I'm running low on nether stars, I will just go set up another farm. Okay, I do need a few nether stars, because I'm going to make more of these molecular assemblers. That's more than I need. And we're going to need acceleration cards. These, unfortunately, are not EMCable. The components both are. So I'll EMC up a bunch of advanced cards. Probably enough. And we'll turn those into acceleration cards. Yeah, that'll work for now. Okay. Let's get my crafting coprocessing units. And let's make some 64K crafting storage. What I'm going to do, dense cable. Need some dense cable. What I'm going to do is off of this side, I'm going to put a dense cable running over here, and it's going to have a couple of branches. One branch is going to come off this way, where we are going to have coprocessing units. That, of course, is not going to attach, because it's a bitch. Apparently I actually need fluids. Well, attach to a dense cable. Crap. Okay, whatever. That's fine. Not a big deal. I want to have 5 coprocessors. No. Break you. 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 And you. Attach to these. Why are you not attaching to my coprocessing units? Is it the storage that attaches and the coprocessing unit doesn't? Let's find out. Hey, the storage connects. Okay, whatever. Device offline, device online. Good. Well, I guess that means I can break all this. There we go. We have 4 crafting coprocessing units, each with 5 times 64K of crafting storage. Should be enough to hold me for a little while. Over to this side, I'm going to run another cable, which is going to come down towards this corner, and over here I'm going to nest ME interfaces and molecular assemblers. It's going to start off with a molecular assembler. Actually, it's going to start off with one right there. Let's drop that over there for the moment. Oops. Give me that. And we'll put the molecular assembler right in the middle. We're going to fill this thing full of advanced cards. And we're going to do just like that. We're going to pop another one here. I'm going to fill him full of advanced cards. And we're going to do the same thing. Coat it on all sides with an ME interface. And again. Like that. And again. Now, I honestly haven't played around with molecular assembly and autocrafting and applied energistics that much, so I don't know if this is the most efficient way to do this, but it seems to work well, so I like doing it this way. It accomplishes what I need it to do. So, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. It gets the job done, so I do it that way. Anyway, we'll go ahead and connect that, and we should see a lot of channels get lit up. "13 channels? I should be using more than that because there's more interfaces here. Okay, that looks like it's using a lot more channels. Let's go ahead and break that. And I'm going to try connecting just on one interface. Probably should pick this thing up before it despawns. I'm going to try connecting off of this interface right here. Like that. Only 8 channels. It looks like there's a lot more in use than that, though. Okay, that didn't do anything. Well, whatever. It'll work. It should work. If it doesn't work, then whatever. If it doesn't work, I'll mess with it and I'll figure it out. Okay. We need well, we don't need crafting monitors. We don't really need those. What I do need is I need an ME interface terminal and an ME pattern terminal. Which means I need screens. There we go. I'm also going to need another ME interface, I'm sure. Probably want 2. That gets me an ME interface terminal, and I'm going to need the ME pattern terminal, which requires a crafting terminal, which requires an ME terminal. So there's that. There's the crafting terminal, and there's the pattern terminal. Okay. Interface terminal there. Pattern terminal there. Devices all online? Good. Okay. I only have access to 8 molecular assembler. And a retrieval node. So something down there isn't working properly, but I'll figure it out later. One, two, three, four, five. Yeah, I only have access to 6 of them. So anything that's not directly touching the first one here isn't working. I'd love to know why occasionally I still... Oh, well, in this case it was because it was reconfiguring channels, I guess. So I'm going to have to build multiple smaller interface units, I think. Which, I mean, that's not that big a deal. I'll probably just nest them into the wall. For right now, I can set up a second one. Like that. Okay, that makes a little more sense. Although now that's gonna bug me. I'll have to fix this off camera. Okay, but yeah, I'll do that kind of stuff off camera. For right now though, what I want to do is I want to pop this stuff in here, and I want to get some blank pattern. we're going to grab a full stack of these babies. We're going to pop those in this pattern terminal, right there. This is where I'm going to teach this thing how to make the more annoying items. Right now, I can't really think of anything that I want to teach it at the moment. But, actually, let's start working on these solar panels. I have solar panel 2. Let's make a solar panel 1. We'll kill that, and let's EMC a bunch of solar panel 1s. Like a bunch of them. I'm probably going to need at least that many. And if not, I'll just EMC them back, whatever. Okay, now, in here, solar panel 2 requires factory machine block, mirrors, and redstone reception coils, plus 4 of these solar panel 1s. So let's see how many of those components we have. I've got 49 mirrors. I'm going to need more. Do I have any factory machine blocks? I do not. Pneumatic servo, basic capacitor, plastic sheets, alamite. Servo's easy. Plastic sheets are stupid easy. Let's grab a few nether stars, and we're going to make a factory machine block. We're going to make a redstone reception coil, and we're going to grab a couple of stacks of nether stars here, because I'm going to make a shit ton of factory machine blocks, mirrors, that's way too many frickin' mirrors, but whatever. And redstone reception coils. Come on, deposit all, thank you. I noticed I hit a point where it was only depositing 20 redstone reception coils, which means I've burned off all the EMC. I just need to clean the damn thing out. I should at some point probably connect this to my ME system so that anything I EMC goes directly into the ME system. I just haven't gotten there yet. It'll save me a lot of cleaning stuff out. Okay, now we're going to teach this system how to make solar panel 2. Solar panel 2 requires that kind of mirror, apparently. So I have the wrong mirror. That figures. Well, whatever. I'll just end up eventually EMCing all those mirrors back, probably, if I don't use them for something. Okay. Solar panel 2. Made like that. Encode. Good. You go in there. Solar panel 3 requires these photovoltaic cells, machine frames, and redstone conductance coils. So, photovoltaic cells are induction smelted, a mirror, and a lapis lazuli. Induction smelter, mirror, lapis, photovoltaic. We'll get a few of you. Come on, deposit all. Thank you. I'm going to let this episode run a little bit long, just because I want to get to like stage 3 or stage 4. Okay, it takes machine frame from RF tools. These are EMCable. It takes the redstone conductance coil. These are EMCable. So again, you, give me. Give me more. 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 Thank you. Give me some of you. Now give me more of you. Get in there. Thank you. Okay, now, the tier 3 requires 4 of the tier 2. So, we're going to request 4 of this tier 2. There we go. Now we've got a total of 4 of the tier 2. Clear that. And solar panel 3. Encode. Good. You now know how to make the tier 3 solar panel. And since you know how to make the tier 2 solar panel, you can go from there. The tier 4 solar panel is more of these photovoltaics, redstone transmission coils, and the tier 3, plus steel casing. Ooh, steel casing is not EMCable, is it? No, it's not. Okay. So I need to teach my system how to make fat. You can now make a steel casing. The transmission coils, come on. I'm going to finish the tier 4 one, and that's where I'm going to call the episode. There we go. Pop you in. Pop you in too. And you and you and you. And all of you. Okay. The tier 4 requires a tier 3. We'll go ahead and craft 1. I only need 1 to be able to set the recipe, I think. So, over here, solar panel 4 requires these items. Okay, that's a different photovoltaic cell. That's photovoltaic 1 plus clay. And I actually don't even need to have the solar panel 3 because it knows how to craft it. So that's awesome. Let's do a bunch of these. That was way too much. Let's put a diamond in there to pull out the extra EMC. So I don't need that many photovoltaic cells, I'm sure. Okay, you all can go in there. Thank you. My goal is to get up to the tier 8. Because the tier 8, I can EMC the tier 8. And then that goes into the tier 9, the tier 10, the tier 11, and then this tier 12 is made from the tier 11. So if I can get to a point where I can EMC solar panels, I can just go ahead and EMC enough to make the next stage and craft those by hand. Anyway, you guys have seen what I'm doing here. I'm going to do the rest of this off camera, so that you guys don't see me just setting up a whole bunch of auto-crafting patterns and crafting the crap that goes into them and that. And by the time I start the next episode, we should be ready to make our solar panel 12. And we'll probably also go ahead and knock out the Demon Steel next episode as well. So, thank you guys for watching. This has been episode 51 of Project Ozone 2. Hope you guys are enjoying the series so far, and I'll catch you later, peeps.